Welcome back to the Throga channel for another React video. My name is Richard, and to my left
is me.
It is you.
Johnny, your friend. You know me.
You have another fun shirt. It looks like, I'm going to guess, hold on. It looks like some sort of Sasquatch with shades in a bathroom robe.
Well, your description's correct.
What am I looking at?
The Big Lebowski.
Jeff Bridges, right? Mm-hmm. So Jeff Bridges.
But also Jeff Lebowski.
And Jeff, well, see, that's where I got confused. I saw that movie. I got halfway through.
I know.
I
didn't react to it great the first time either. Now it's one of my top 5 to 10 favorite movies.
Well, this explains why we live in different states. This is the movie that broke us.
We see eye to eye in so many things, but just this...
We went our separate ways. All because of a Sasquatch in a bathrobe. Wait, is that Kenny Rogers? I'm hearing...
You think that's Kenny Rogers?
Yes. I thought it was... How does Lady go?
Here we stand.
Oh,
Lady.
Is this similar?
Lady. Your night is shining armor, and I love you. Yeah, that's a little bit different than Steve Perry singing in Journey. Yeah.
No, I think I had it. I think I had it right.
All right, so you don't know The Big Lebowski, you don't know Journey.
I'm not putting that on camera. So anyway, today we are going to react to another song from the amazing Morissette Amon. Last time she made me cry. I'm going to try to hold it together today.
It seems to be your thing now. You're getting very emotional.
Don't watch the Dimash video from last week. You guys have recommended Rise Up, Never Enough, several songs. Never Enough came up, I think, probably the most.
Rise Up and Never Enough are the two prominent ones, yeah.
So what we decided to do is watch the Wish Bus version of Never Enough. That was like 5 years ago, but there's a much more recent version of her singing in concert with David Foster. So that way we'd see two different versions, like 5 years apart.
See the evolution.
So,
So we have a lot to get through, so let's get on to it. Before we do, make sure you guys hit like and subscribe and ring the bell so you always know what we are up to next.
Absolutely. And also be sure to check out the description below. There's a link where you can check out some exclusive video reactions. You can learn more about singing and songwriting lessons with Johnny and myself, as well as take a free vocal assessment if you're curious about your own voice. All right, so I've got the video set to 50% transparency, and supposedly that's going to help us with the copyright claim because some countries get blocked from being able to see it, and hopefully this helps avoid that.
Okay, I thought that was to match our 50% transparency because we're so fair-skinned.
We are very white.
Well, I'm Irish and from Western New York. I don't know your excuse.
Hey, I spent 40-some years in Western New York, and we are definitely European for sure.
Yes. All right, on with it. Great smile.
She does.
Trying to hold my breath.
Wish 1075.
Let it
Buzzkill.
That guy.
Can't let this moment end. You set off a dream with me.
So smooth.
Getting loud now. Can you hear it echoing? My hand,
God.
Share this with me, 'cause darling, without you,
you could hear rich. You could hear every smile. You could hear every like heartbeat as she sings. There's like this, just the way she breathes and spends her air is just so emotionally connected with, obviously being right on pitch and all those other things we have already come to expect from her.
Her tone is just so amazing. I feel like she could sing a song that's like 5 notes, a 5-note range, and I would still be totally intrigued.
'Cause darling, without you, all the shine of 1,000 spotlights, all the stars we steal from the night sky will never be enough. never
Pulls
be
back, yeah.
enough. Towers of gold are still too little. These hands could hold the world, and it'll never be enough. Never be enough for me. Never, 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 never for me. For me, never enough, never enough, never enough for me, for me, for me. All the shine.
Wow.
Oh,
my
she makes
God.
me so happy. She has this. Oh, she puts these little growl textures, just these cool
Little
little
cracks.
imbalances. That vocal crack that she just did, which I love when she does that. You heard that in the last
Mm-hmm.
song. I don't know if she's going to go to whistle tone. I kind of suspect she wouldn't for this song. Just artistically, it's like you don't want to overplay that skill sometimes.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
gotta-
maybe she does. If she does, I'm sure it'll sound amazing. But she doesn't need it. She doesn't need to go there. She could just evolve the song in 1,000 different ways with that tone.
Yeah, she does not need to rely on acrobatics at all. Like I said, she could sing a 3-note song, and I would love it. It's just her voice is so good.
And what's challenging about this song, two things. I have a lot of students that have sung the song over the years. One is just the sheer repetition of that same belted range of notes. It gets super fatiguing. It's like if they get there once, like that first chorus sounds great, but then it keeps going and going and going. So the vocal strength, the stability in order to execute that is challenging. But then the other thing is to not make it sound like it's just you're just repeating the same thing, because the chorus is super repetitive. So you have to find a way as a singer to make it engaging. You need little nuances and little subtleties in there to keep the listener actively involved. And of course, we're not even through the song yet, and she's already doing that.
Yeah, and real quick, one of my favorite things, and it's probably like a simple thing, but I love a singer that like hits a note straight on and then just like a couple seconds later adds the vibrato.
They don't just
Again, I
cover
think-
the
I
whole
think that's-
note.
I don't know that that's that special of a thing, but like the way she does it is just so smooth, and it's just so like on cue.
Beautifully executed. Now, let me back it up for a second.
For me, for me, for me. All the shine of
I love
1,000 spotlights, all the stars we steal from the night sky will never be enough, never be enough. Towers of gold are still too little. These hands can hold the world, and it'll never be enough, never be enough for me. Never, 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 never for me, for me. Never enough, never, never, never enough, never, never, never enough for me, for me, for me.
Wow.
Wish exclusive on Wish
Wow.
1075.
Okay.
Oh, good. So
I just feel like she can just repeat that over and over and over again too. She's just,
yeah, she
just
can go 3
automatic.
times through. Again, she did all these little things. If you go back and watch, she has a little more of a smile on this particular enough. And then she'll go into like the for me part where there's like this sense of conviction. Not just necessarily the growl that I mentioned before, but there's a brighter attack on certain consonants. She does these little subtleties that makes it feel like every time you hear it, it's brand new. It doesn't matter that you just heard the same lyric on the same note 5 times just before it. Like, you don't care because it feels absolutely in the present moment as she's singing it.
Yeah.
So good.
No, she
All
definitely
right.
takes the listener on a journey.
Yeah, so as promised, this is just someone at the auditorium in the mezzanine that grabbed her performing with David Foster and Friends concert. Now, this was posted 5-6 months ago. Let's see what she does.
I mean, how can you better that performance? Not that she has to, but it's just like...
if someone were to pull it off, it may be her.
She could do it.
The airport.
Trying to hold my breath, let it stay this way. Can't let this moment end. You set up a dream in me.
Phrasing's a little different.
Louder, can you hear it echoing? Take my hand, will you share this with me? 'Cause darling, without you,
Cool little riff.
all the shine of 1,000 spotlights, all the stars we steal from the night sky will never be enough.
I love the way she pulls back in those
Do
little...
we know if she's... Oh, it's great, yeah. Do we know if she's fluent in English? Because definitely sounds like it.
It's been my experience from the few students I've had in the Philippines that English, I think it's the second language. It's extremely fluent. It's built into the culture. Her pronunciation in the song is flawless.
Yeah, flawless.
Never be enough. Towers of gold are still too little. These hands could hold the world, turn it on. Never be enough. Never be enough for me.
So effortless.
Ooh, I love that. Wow. Again, that slow release in the vibrato.
Yes. So this is just recorded on someone's phone. It's not nearly the same frequency range and quality that we have on the Wish Bus, and it doesn't matter.
It's still coming across. Yeah.
It's still, you don't need half the
Wow.
frequencies, and it's still clear as day how strong
You know,
a singer she is.
You know what's amazing? I always find amazing with singers of that caliber. You can't like pinpoint like a sweet spot in their voice. So, like a lot of singers, it's like, okay, that's their money range right there. That like kind of range of 3 notes, maybe 3 or 4 notes. Like every note that she sings is the money note.
Yes. You and I have done vocal production for a lot of singers, and very often you have to adjust the key or you have to modify the melody a little bit just to make sure that they're highlighted. It's not always the best thing for the song, but you want the singer to be pronounced and, you know, put up on a pedestal the best way they can. You can truly
And
write...
usually there's really like a special key for everybody. It can literally be like a difference of a half step of a key, and it just sits in a certain pocket and resonates in a certain way, and you're like, that's the key for them. Singers like her, it's like it doesn't matter. You could change the key, go up 3 steps
and I'm
or
sure
down.
you'd still experiment with that to some degree, but it's really comes down to just how does she feel that she wants to do it, as opposed to here's where we have to do it, and that will be the difference.
These hands can hold a little, never be enough, never be enough.
Like that, I love that minor key.
Ooh, cool change up.
That's a new tone.
Yeah. So the phrasing changed and the way she manipulated the tone. Let's hear that again.
Yeah,
So bright. All right, I'm going to play that again. That is 100% David Foster influenced, that moment. She didn't do that on the Wish bus. So this is a moment where she conquered the song. She owned it. It sounds amazing. Now there's a little show-off thing, and she's killing it, but
yeah.
Definitely Foster influence. Let's hear that again.
Yeah, I just had that feeling of like, oh, she could sing like, I will always love you. Like I think that moment, that's the David Foster influence. Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's a little Whitney moment there. Wow.
Oh, then so sweet at the end. Thank you. Like that was just chilling on stage.
Slayed it. She just slayed it. It's like
it's adorable.
Wow. I mean, 5-year span, and it's just as flawless. It's and she brought in some new things too.
She did, and there's a little more of a maturity in the tone. You could hear there's a little bit more body to it, but it's also different recording setting. There's all sorts of different, aspects.
Yeah, it's hard to really compare because they're so different. Yeah, there's such different settings. But I mean, I couldn't find a single thing wrong with it at all. I'd imagine it'd be really easy to work with her in the studio too. It's just you show up, and she does her one take, and then you leave. Then it's
even Whitney. They did when she did like the Bodyguard. What was the Bodyguard? Might have been a different song.
Bodyguard.
Well, no, I know she did the Bodyguard. I can't remember what the iconic song was. An engineer was being interviewed. They talked about she sang through the entire song 10 times. So just all the way through. He said every one of those takes were usable. They could have just used any one of them. So the torture was selecting, okay, do we use this verse or this chord? Like just kind of piecing the best version of 10 puzzles together into one. Not that it had to be done, but that's what we do in the studio study. You take advantage of that scenario to puzzle something amazing. And of course, then she listens back, and then that's the version she does live. She would be the same way. Just 10 amazing takes, and then just spend like a month going, which one do we like more?
Which one's the best DS?
The bestest of the bestest. So thank you again for this incredible recommendation. We know Rise Up was another one that we probably have to circle back to at some point. But Johnny and I really love watching the live performances as well, not necessarily just in the bus setting, but on stage. I don't know if she's got any great concert videos, if she has any pro shots of that. That might be kind of cool to see. But let us know, and we are more than happy to explore more songs.
Yeah, keep those comments rolling because we really do read them, and it really helps us navigate where to go next. So I think that's it. So make sure to hit like and subscribe, you guys, and we will see you next time.
Bye for now.